Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast, friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. And if you follow me on TikTok or anything, you might have been misled by a video in which I said that there wouldn't be an episode today, or at least one consisting of me and Joe and having an episode breakdown. But yeah, it turns out I'm a lying liar who lies. Today we are discussing The Return, Part 12, released on July 30th, 2017, written by Mark Frost and David Lynch, directed by David Lynch. I am the rewatcher, Colton Robertson. I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure to have you, buddy. So yeah, we obviously we're a few hours late. We normally get this up and ready at 7 a.m. We couldn't record last week because you're a big college guy. College guys taking finals and stuff. What do you think? You're better than me? No, I'm just kidding. No, it's
No, it was hell.
Oh, I bet.
I'd much rather not have been. I wish I was not in college. Yeah, I mean it's well late beyond it, but no, yes, nice to be home with the Peaks, and yeah, weird, strangely, like day of recording. This is very rare.
No, yeah, we don't do
think
this a
first
lot. I don't think we've ever done this. Yeah, I don't think we've ever recorded a Peaks episode that we are going to put out immediately after recording it. So that is that is we're in brand new territory, baby. But I did put out a Ask Me Anything. And I said that if there was enough steam there, I would put out my own episode where I, answered questions. And there was not enough steam there, but kind of, two birds, one stone. Because there wasn't enough steam there, I can answer the questions here as a part of this episode instead of just, ignoring the questions altogether. So I will address some of those here. The Twin Peaks one strictly. I only got a couple here, and one of them is extremely relevant to this episode, which is from someone named Maddox Teal on TikTok. Said, I just finished the whole Twin Peaks story, and I'm really confused on Audrey's character in The Return.
Okay.
Now,
I'm not alone.
That was my exact response. It was genuinely my exact response. I said, yeah, you're not alone there. It's a tough character to crack here. Tough nut to crack, especially in this third season. This is the first appearance of Audrey Horne, obviously, but it will not be the last appearance of Audrey Horne. She is, I don't know that she's in every episode from here on out, but she makes a few more appearances. And in classic Peaks fashion, I have no idea what the fuck's going on with Audrey. I have no idea. I wish I could. Rewatching it, knowing where it goes, I have a perspective, but I can't give it to you. I can't give it to you, Joseph. I can give it to the listener if I hit them up privately. I've got ideas about Audrey's character, so I will be sure to hit up that person in response and make sure that they know where my head's at. There's not a lot of characters who have as confusing a story in this season as Audrey, just because, even this, we're dropped into the middle of her life.
Yeah.
We're name dropping all sorts of people who we have never met. It's just a scene where it almost seems like she was given the lines as she said them. It's a really, really spur of the moment feeling scene. So Audrey's got a weird feel, and it won't get any clearer. I fear.
I mean, I'd say it might, no way no one would ever believe this, but it might be so confusing that one might be led down a road to believe that she was referring to her son in this conversation and get that confused.
Yeah, one could be trying to assign meaning to the meaningless. Like you're hearing Billy, you're hearing Tina, you're like, well, these must be people I know. Who do I know that could be Billy and Tina? Okay, Billy's someone who's missing, who has been said to be on the run. Her son. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so for those who don't
missing
know,
truck.
Joseph...
I'm like,
Joseph hit me up while he was watching the episode, like, wait, is Billy her fucking son? No, that is Richard. Billy is a different guy altogether. No Game of Thrones stuff on this side.
So it gets even more confusing, though. So, I mean, like, it was just my fault here of trying to assign meaning to a character I haven't met yet. But it's this is just the very beginning, I feel like, of her story. So it's interesting that it... I expected nothing less from... If Audrey was coming back, it would be some part of the story, or a large part of the story. And, like, all that I had to go off of is she was in a coma and Mr. C might have had a meeting with her while she was in a coma, and like I don't want to think of what happened there, but it's
we do get the drop here that Richard grew up without a father also from Ben. Ben makes mention of that.
It's not looking good, the in between for Audrey, so
not at
that
all.
is but yeah, I'm at least my read right now that I have, which is very minimal of what to know, is that just Mr. C put some, gave her Richard, and Richard is just a Mr. C and Black Lodge creation of the sorts, and maybe through that has some control over Audrey or something. I don't know, like still some power.
I do think it's of note that we have now finally seen Audrey after weeks of dealing with Richard. And after Richard has, done this thing where he ran over a child and then, went on the run and tried to kill Miriam and all of that, the person they go to tell is his grandpa. Not his mom, who obviously does live in Twin Peaks, as she says she's going to go to the Roadhouse. Just an interesting detail. One that
like disowned him of sorts, maybe.
Perhaps, it's a strange happenstance. One that I wanted to point out to you, but cannot elaborate upon.
I guess in my head, Audrey wasn't in the episode yet, so I didn't.
Exactly.
I wasn't even thinking of her.
Fun,
and then I'm like, oh yeah, you go to Ben.
Rework
like,
it.
Yeah.
Audrey hadn't appeared at all, and then she finally makes an appearance at the end of the episode. She says she's going to go to the Roadhouse. She's looking for Billy, someone who has been mentioned once before. One guy running into the double R and going, "Has anybody seen Billy?" Okay, and then leaving.
Is there a did I link something accidentally? Is there like a convergence of storylines where looking for Billy, she's actually going to find Richard? Maybe I'm jumping the gun too much or something, but Richard seemed to skip town. I think he left, right? He left Twin Peaks. He's like, I got to skip town for a little bit.
Last we saw Richard, he just stole from his grandma, right? And that was it.
And then
and it's unclear where he went from there. It does seem like he skipped town. Yes.
But I guess not necessarily. So it's possible he could be at the Roadhouse
yet. But we've also made the trip over to Firewalk with Me made it clear that Deer Meadow isn't far out of the way, and that it's hard to say where the weird guy that Shelley is dating now. It's hard to say where his setup is. It doesn't seem like it's in Twin Peaks. It could be north of the border. It could, there's not everything strictly going on in the Twin Peaks part of the story is happening in Twin Peaks. So it is, it's a little all over the place. But regardless, we can take a scene by scene breakdown, try to break it down a little bit for us, and maybe get to the bottom of some things. We'll start in Buckhorn, where Albert, Tammy, and Gordon have a drink, and the men quietly inform Tammy about Project Blue Book. Love the way Albert breaks this down for her. We unofficially continued the investigations under the name Blue Rose. Words muttered by a victim of one of these cases.
Okay.
Yeah, very interesting.
Interesting. There's a sentence that goes along with it
Yeah, like somebody said Blue Rose.
Yeah.
And what seems you would think would be an inciting case, like this is strange. This because it's called the Blue Rose, like this is why it's called the Blue Rose now. And they induct her into the Blue Rose Task Force amongst the ranks of Albert, Jeffries, Desmond, and Cooper. And Albert makes sure to mention, as you can tell, I'm the only one of those four who has not gone missing suddenly. So obviously, Gordon is pretty hesitant to fold anybody else in. We finally learn a little bit more about Tammy and that they've had their eye on her forever. She's been a prime prospect for the Blue Rose Task Force for a long time, and now they are finally getting around to it.
And just to make sure, I'm because I've confused a couple characters already. I want to make sure on Desmond, Chet. That was the dude who was another agent who was like investigating some. I feel like some murder out in like a desert somewhere, or maybe it was the trailer park.
It was the trailer park. It was Chet. Desmond is the guy at the beginning of Fire Walk with Me.
Yes.
He's the one.
That's Fire Walk. That makes even more sense.
Chet Desmond is the FBI agent who goes to Deer Meadow and investigates the murder of the girl who died a year before Laura Palmer.
Yes, and he just poofs.
Yeah, he went and reached for the ring. He reached for the ring underneath the trailer and then disappeared, and was never seen again. Yeah. So, we have, and Jeffries is David Bowie. Chet Desmond is the guy from Fire Walk with Me, and obviously we know Dale Cooper and Albert. But yeah, just to catch us up there, that is the Blue Rose Task Force is those four and Gordon Cole.
And red curtains all around, this scene,
the trim.
Right here. And interestingly, like only behind Tammy and only where Diane enters, not behind Albert and not behind.
Yeah, don't they have
Gordon.
Bookshelves behind them or something? Like that?
Yeah. It's like much more factual, or maybe they're like it's like the bureau perspective, maybe, and then
we have this otherworldly presence, sort of. Yeah, and Diane's. I mean, things just keep slipping for Diane. There's this weird air about her. She enters again through those red curtains, and they offer her an official position in the investigation. What's in it for me? A couple, maybe a few $100 and maybe some final answers of what happened to your boy Cooper. And she answers with a prompt, "Let's rock," which obviously we have both heard and seen multiple times before, namely in the Black Lodge, which is not good.
Yeah, not in good places. It's not been a good
Let's Rock was also what was written on the windshield of the car after Chet Desmond disappeared. It was on Chet Desmond's car.
Yes, and there's still the angle where she could just be very controlled by Mr. C, or like she is, but it seems like she now, in a way, like the text she's sending, she's nervous about them, but it does feel like she'd rather be on Mr. C's side. I don't know why I get that feeling.
I get and it's almost like a loyalty out of fear, is kind of the impression I get. Like she's afraid of what Mr. C would do if she didn't stay loyal to him. Like that's kind of going purely performance based, because Laura Dern does look frightened a lot. Yeah. Like most of the time she looks scared.
And she is chain smoking and drinking at every chance she can get. I think it's like a whole, she's very uncomfortable, but it's like I don't think it's so black and white to where she would only want to be helping the FBI if she could, and like to take. I feel like there is still some could be.
There's an internal conflict going on for sure. It's not just. I don't think she's doing nothing but playing the FBI, and I don't think she's doing nothing but. I don't think she's just. I don't think she's a double agent strictly. I think she doesn't know what side she wants to be on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a conflict of interest happening for her. But
what's up with this Let's Rock? What's up with the noise? The little noise right before the little, it's like she would have said that backwards, but she did something to not make it come out backwards.
I'm curious about something. I have the entire set of The Return on Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
And there are parts of the episode, sound design wise, that I'm curious if it's just a disc reading thing or if it is actually a part of the episode. And that's a funny thing to say about a TV show period. But there are parts of the episode where the audio kind of like, it almost has the electrical thing that the show does. Namely, later when Diane is sitting at the bar, whenever she's like, I know you're closed, and she punches in the coordinates and she finds Twin Peaks. Is that something that happened for you? Was there a weird sound design choice?
The sound is there. Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's there in the beginning, like Let's Rock, and then it's there pretty much every time Diane is on screen this episode. So like, I think this is.
Was there a weird sound design thing during Sheriff Frank Truman going and talking to Ben for you? Because there are parts where I'm like, I can't tell if it's a choice or if it's something that's like a disc reading error of sorts.
I guess I didn't pick up on that one. Maybe it's there, but I didn't. I didn't recognize it or pick up on it.
I was just curious because I'm pretty sure there are times when it's a disc reading error and there are times when it's a choice. And what's funny is that even if it is a disc reading error, it's something that works for the show. So it's funny like that. It's not something that's like, because I never miss words. Nothing skips. It's just this weird, like, almost ticking that happens. It's like, and it's not like rhythmic the way I'm doing it, but like that's the kind of sound it makes, and it works.
It's the electrical.
Yeah, it works in the context of the show, even if it's not what the show is doing, which is wild. But yeah, so we get the establishment of a new member of Blue Rose there, and we will head to Jerry briefly, running out of the woods and into a clearing. My man is not doing well. Jerry continues to crash out. And this will pay off, by the way. We're not just randomly checking in on Jerry. Jerry does have a destination, as it were.
My best guess is the two locations for the two dates, or if it's just actually Jack.
He'll just pop up
Rabbit.
There. Yeah.
That's my only guess as of right now. But I can't see why, or other than it's just really
him kind of like fucking it up.
Either that he runs into it and it's just like, wait, what the, like, it's getting real serious and Jerry's just, wait, what the Jerry?
Yeah, he just like runs through screaming. Yeah.
Or that he's like a crucial proponent he is a component that is necessary. Yeah, like the horn line. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's blood,
right?
Something like that. Jerry just needs to be there, and he just happens to find his way there by
something is pulling
by being
him
high
that
on
way.
whatever.
I am not your foot.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
yes, he's
poor Jerry, man. He is definitely going through it, and we're going to move to someone who is obviously going through it even more, which is Sarah Palmer, as she heads to the grocery store and buys enough ingredients for a Bloody Mary to drown somebody. And cigarettes. She wants alcohol. She wants Bloody Marys and cigarettes, and that's it.
Yeah.
She inquires about an unfamiliar beef jerky being sold behind the counter. And then, while she already had a strange air about her, she does flip on a dime here. She seems to confuse the cashier for Laura. All of a sudden thinks she is in Laura's room, says something along the lines of, "You've changed your room." At least that's my perspective of it. She goes,
she said something very specific.
She asked, man. Were you there when the...
Were you there when they when they first came?
Yeah, when they first came. Yeah, were you there when they first came?
Yes.
And they're like, I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, the men are coming. Yeah, she's like, they're coming. So we've got
things happen.
Yeah.
Be scared, like just be aware. Things can happen. Something happened to me, and and then she's like referring to herself in the third person.
This is what I do think. This is really the part of the episode that makes me think it is her in part 8. The little girl who has the thing crawl into her mouth.
The thing is talking, not her. Like, it's like giving her instructions. It's like I feel like maybe it's actually talking the whole time,
right?
But this is the time where it's like falling. The cracks are showing. Because,
I think this is whenever she starts to lose it is the most authentically Sarah. Because what happened, like, I, and this is coming from somebody who has watched this a few times. What the fuck's happening at her house?
The fan, or like in the
first off, that, like, it's so crazy.
And...
It's so crazy that David Lynch can make as simple a reference as that, and it's like I genuinely have goosebumps talking about it right now. Like it's almost overwhelming emotionally to see that fan moving.
Yes, there's something to because Laura would always, I feel like Laura turned that fan on.
It was Leland. Leland would turn it on. Before he visited.
Yes.
In the night.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the. Yeah.
It's the activation of some. Yes. It activates.
And tying it to the electricity and stuff in season 3. Like there is a certain, like, he would flip a switch. He would turn it on, and like the electricity would be flowing, and like there's this tying again only with the context of what season 3 has created for us with these electrical signals and everything. Like, it is, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. But Sarah Palmer suffers a full-blown breakdown at the grocery store, runs out of there without any of her groceries, which leaves the kids working the cashier counter confused. And he's like, I guess, like, I know where she lives. I could deliver this, I guess. But
$130 too, or something like that, for just some cigarettes, alcohol, and Bloody Mary mix. Kind of nuts. I remember, at least it was 100 and something, and I don't know if she got more groceries or something, but I didn't see in the car.
It was a lot of vodka and a lot of Bloody Mary mix. So there is is that.
Yeah. But yeah, turkey jerky is it'll make anyone go crazy. I guess.
That's not
she
real
couldn't
beef
stand
jerky.
The turkey jerky. Yeah, that wasn't there before.
This is bullshit.
Now I'm But it also led me to believe that when she said, "Were you here when they first came?" Like, I thought that. Did it say where? I think I asked this last week. Whenever the girl got infected by the bug, it said that was in, like, New Mexico.
Yes.
Like, did it give a location? Yeah.
Yeah.
So not Twin Peaks.
Not in Twin Peaks.
Her saying, like, "Were you here when they first came?" almost made it seem like this convenience store, or like this store she's in right now, was the one that all of them came through, and everything. Oh yeah, I guess that could still work, because the bug, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't have to be in the same location as the convenience store. No, because they walked past it, right? The little girl
they didn't walk.
Guy didn't.
When it comes to the convenience store we see in part 8, I don't think that the convenience store is a physical place. I think that is in the other realm. And in the nether plane, as it were. While I think the woodsmen almost congregate there before and after, not really during. It's like there's like an access point there, because whenever Gordon Cole last week, whenever he peered through the portal, They weren't at the convenience store, but they were on those stairs, and I don't know where those stairs are, but I don't feel like they're entirely separate places. Like, I don't feel like if you go into the convenience store, the Black Lodge convenience store, it's like a grocery store. I think it's like probably some sort of folding, quantum folding thing, like the Peacemaker's got going on. There's a little bit of a TARDIS situation where it's bigger on the inside.
Like almost an upside down esque.
Yes,
like
Dimension
like a
X.
whole,
Yes.
And little waypoints where they can go through, where they can't.
Yeah, pop in.
I don't know
pop
why.
out.
Like that one place that Gordon went to, I thought they were in South Dakota though, right? Like that's where they were. So so not even the same there. So I think it might not be.
So I don't think it's so physical,
not
when it comes to like the real world, there are obviously physical points, but when it comes to being at the grocery store or being at a convenience store, I think that you should take that into account in a like metaphysical sense. Like, yes, she is at a grocery store and a convenience store, so maybe there is something that is kind of igniting within her, but I don't think it's strictly because it is the convenience store, But we'll move to I love that there's a couple trailer parks. It just gets kind of confusing. We're gonna go to the Carl's trailer park, not the trailer park in South Dakota.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Completely different places. Carl apparently lives 5 minutes from Twin Peaks. And he stops a trailer park resident. His name's Criskel. He asks him about his income. He's like, you mow lawns around here. You rake up leaves. Yeah. You get paid for that? No. Well, you did this odd job for this guy. Did you get paid for that? No. All right, Criskel. I'll tell you what. Here's $50 for all the work, and don't pay rent this month. I got you. I'm Carl Rod. I'm the realest motherfucker alive. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to. You keep selling your blood, and yes, they need blood, but you've given enough. Okay. You've done your thing. I don't like the idea of people selling blood for food. Okay? You don't need...
Damn.
I got you. All right? We're chilling. Carl, real as fuck. That's my boy.
Top tier. I mean, yeah, he saw... He was... I don't know if he was down in gloom before this boy moment, and he saw that little spirit go up. But it seemed like he was just kind of in the motions of just life, and he would go away and do his stuff. But now it kind of seems, he's like, I'm still living, while I'm living,
Why can't I make things a little better for some people?
Yeah. And I don't know, it was a nice, sweet moment.
It is. And we brought this up every time Carl is in the show. And I mean, like, part of it is Harry Dean Stanton. The guy's just incredibly charming, and he seems like there's this air about him that feels good. You even got it when you watched Alien, like he was a little bit of a dunce, but like you were like, this is a good dude, like this guy's down to ride. And Carl, while he seemed like a grump, like whenever they introduced him in Firewalk with Me, he's got the sign on his door that says, "Don't you come near my fucking place before 9 a.m. or whatever the fuck." But they do, and while he's annoyed initially, he's still like, "Would you guys like coffee? Is there anything I can do for you?" Like he's ultimately just a good dude, and I appreciate. I don't know. I'm a sucker for Carl. I think it's funny to have a character in the show that is just so normal, like he's in a show where things are so absurd and wild and out there. He's got one of the levelest heads of anybody. And he's, I mean, again, barely in the show. So it's funny to like even really give him this much time, but it feels impossible not to. I'm just a big fan of Carl Rod.
He's not quite a glub shitto, cause he does have some stuff. I feel like he's gotten too much screen time to be a true glub shitto. But like as far as the in between, main character glub shit, I wouldn't like a side character. He's probably too small to even be that. So I don't know where he truly lands. But
right.
as far as like, I don't know, the power rankings go, he's up there with the top, just because he is this pure.
I
pure soul.
definitely do have a Twin Peaks Glub Shitto though.
Is it what was her name? Of the receptionists.
Yes, it is her. I'm like, I don't even need you. I know you know exactly who I'm talking about. I can't even remember Louis.
Yeah,
it's Louis.
Louis. Okay, yeah, because you in the episode, you're like, I fucking love Louis, and I'm like, wait, did I miss something?
No,
like,
you didn't miss anything. I fucking love Louis. She has not made an appearance since. She was in one episode. That was it. I don't know why. She was an absolute fucking scene stealer. They should have signed her to a bigger contract, dude. I love Louis. Need her in the show bad. Oh man, that is my Twin Peaks Club shit. I'm a big Louis fan. We'll go to a brief cutaway. Our only appearance from Coop this week.
Yeah.
Only Kyle MacLachlan appearance, which is far and away the least screen time he has in any episode. He's taken outside by Sonny Jim to play catch, but Sonny Jim just throws a ball at him and it bounces off his chest. And that's
Packs
that.
of steel. I mean, bro was not phased at all. But yeah, such a little screen time that I even forgot that it happened. Like at the end of the episode.
It is genuinely 20, 30 seconds. Like it's so brief and it's done like that. But yeah, we'll obviously get back to Kyle MacLachlan, but this is the only episode where you genuinely cannot go with him. For favorite performance or character, whereas every other episode it was absolutely fair to pick him for one or the other. We'll head back to Twin Peaks where Hawk goes to Sarah's home, and he's like, hey, we've been looking into some old cases and I thought of you, just figured I'd drop by. And she's like, oh, that's nice of you, but I know it's because I freaked the fuck out at the grocery store earlier. So it's also interesting that she does have an awareness of herself. It's not like she was completely beside herself. She doesn't have any recollection of it. She's like, no, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I definitely, that makes sense. You would stop by, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she knows that thing is inside of her, and she's, I mean, she's been living with it for quite a long time now. And I feel, it's just, this was, like, it feels like it definitely does control her. But she did come out, Sarah came out in that store, and Sarah was not comfortable,
right.
That is, it feels, but it also feels like it is not mutual. That's the wrong, I think, thing of the relationship, but maybe it just has so much control over her that it makes Sarah believe it's mutual or something, and then and
kind of parasitic, where it's like
it still almost needs the host to survive, so
yes,
it must.
And the host, in a capacity, maybe she needs it now, because it's been so long,
and Leland gone, Sarah gone. She's home alone. Maybe this is
the companion. Maybe what? Maybe this is what's inside. Maybe that motherfucker crawls out sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's in the kitchen. 'Cause
there was a noise back there.
There was absolutely a noise inside. And the fan being on does, that is supposed to clue you into something not being right. That is supposed to make you go, ooh, something weird is happening here.
The cyclic repeating, just like the gramophone, of the record. That's not truly electricity, I guess, there. So that's a little different, but I feel like maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's more of
I've
just
never
a signal.
Noticed that the electricity does sound like vinyl crackling. Not once it gets to the end and it's just spinning.
Yeah, and it's the album's over, and that happens in the original. Like when Leland is doing his whole thing, it is like, I thought the gramophone was like amplifying his power of sorts. I feel like that was like a theory I had, and now it's like I feel like with this the signals, and the fan being cyclic as well.
It goes in
it
a
feels like
circle.
it does just allow this portal or allow Black Lodge to seep through. It's like hey, right here, it's maybe when they're chilling in whatever plane they're in, they would love to go into the earth and do all their demonic evil things, but you don't know where to go. Or I don't know, maybe it's just like you just can't go until there is this access point. And then it's like, I guess simply just turning on a fan, I don't know. It feels like it could just happen anywhere, which is the scary part, is that like this is just one house that we see it in, but it feels like it...
Right.
If it is purely... is it seemingly everywhere? Every single room in the earth,
Right.
But yeah, that's they show the fan like through the window while Hawk is, and Hawk even looks at it, right?
Yeah,
like,
Hawk notices it. Yeah. Like it's not that's why I'm like, definitely not a purposeless mention, Hawk, is there something like, and again, we're in a show where very little is done without purpose, them keying in on something being strange, even explicitly, with Hawk being like, is there someone inside? And her being like, no, there's not, just something in the kitchen.
Okay.
That's not, like, a Hawk should have been like, no, that doesn't make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone, me asking you if someone is inside, and you going, no, just something in the kitchen. What do you mean? Like, do you think something fell? Like, what?
Yeah, like, are you cooking something that is going to make a loud noise eventually? Like, or what? Like,
that's
not how cooking works.
No, like, if I was standing in a completely different part of my house and I heard a noise come from my kitchen, I'm not just going, something in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah, so there's obviously something weird going on there.
The Carlton Stanton alien connection. And Sarah.
It is.
Sarah is our Sigourney Weaver.
Yep.
She is Ripley. And she's got that
similar
thing.
hair.
But this is
similar hair.
Yeah. This is true. And she takes in a young blonde girl, as a daughter. I guess Sarah is the literal daughter. But yeah, we have there we go. Let's see. Who's the Leland? Who's the Bob? Just the I don't know. It doesn't track completely. But yeah,
tracks a little bit. It actually hold the phone. It actually kind of tracks a lot of bit.
Wait, because the monster comes out of her.
Yeah, the whole thing is that like the xenomorph, kind of forces itself upon its victims.
Yeah,
and
seemingly taking the worst of your abilities
Leland
to the
being
max.
A xenomorph is kind of kind of a good comparison. I don't mind it. But we will head elsewhere. Miriam lays unconscious in a hospital bed at Calhoun Memorial Hospital.
Miriam.
Kind of a really...
There it is. Okay, not Tina in once, I believe.
No, Miriam.
Okay.
Miriam Sullivan.
Nice. Okay.
And this made me realize we spent a lot more time in the hospital in the first 2 seasons than we have this season. It was kind of a... Like, I know we're only here briefly, and it's like a bad moment because we're seeing Miriam in a coma. But like, I was like, man, we haven't been here in forever.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, have we been to the hospital in this season?
No.
I don't think we have. I think this is the first appearance of the hospital.
We had Hawk in there, which the shot of Hawk in the hospital, which I thought he was Bob at first. That happened. Jacques Renault died in the hospital by Leland, suffocating with a pillow.
I mean, season 2 kicks off with Coop in the hospital because he got shot.
Yep. We got, what was her name? The previous, or the girl that was all in with Laura was going crazy. The other victim. Other victim. Sorry, I'm forgetting her name. But she was in there for a little bit. Very weird shots in the one-armed man. Mike
you go back to the first 2 seasons. We were there a lot. We were at the hospital a lot. So it was just interesting to kind of go, oh shit, we haven't been here in forever. But
Miriam,
poor Miriam. but she's alive, so there's that. We'll then head to Diane responding to a text message which asks Las Vegas, and she responds, "They haven't asked yet."
Yeah, and I feel this isn't like, oh shit, are they on this trail yet? If they are, then it's bad. It seems that they want them to get on this trail, actually, I think. Like, it's more of like, no, I want you to go down the route of Dougie Jones and like, discover. I think they want them to discover Dougie, but I don't know how that helps Mr. C. I feel like that's...
or is there any chance
Diane
that he's...
being there.
Is there any chance he's asking, like... Do you think they're even coming close to sniffing around that way? Like, is there any chance he does not want them to find out about Mr. C or about Dougie Jones?
I guess. But like also, I feel like Mr. C would know that they're tracking her messages. Like, I feel like he knows that Albert and Gordon Cole are getting these messages anyway. And maybe not. Maybe it is like truly out like Albert just doing this on his own and being smart to track it, and Mr. C didn't see it. But like I'm more reading because swallowing the ring felt like oh my god, Briggs, there it is. Briggs trying to be like, you need to go down this path. Like, I'm going to swallow this ring. It's going to be the last thing I do. So you need to go down this path. But also, I feel like something else happened there that wasn't just Briggs's doing, maybe. And like Mr. C did some stuff. And like, I don't really know how it makes sense for Mr. C to like put the ring there and then them follow down the path. But I don't think Mr. C knows that it's not Dougie anymore. I think that's the detail that Mr. C doesn't know, is that Coop and Dougie switch places.
Okay.
I think they wanted them to find Dougie, and think that was the only version of him out there, so that he could still. I don't know how it goes exactly, or hasn't clicked, but I'm leaning more towards that he wants them to like go down the Las Vegas route.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like, are they on, like, have they gotten to this step of my plan yet, sort of thing? Like, I'm setting all of this up, and I want, eventually, Las Vegas has to get involved, I feel like. Because
right.
Dougie's manufactured completely, seemingly, for this plan. And then, but I don't know if the switcheroo was part of the plan, if Coop coming out and Dougie going into the waiting room was part of Mr. C's plan or not.
I don't think Coop coming out was a part of the plan. But Dougie going into the lodge was.
Yes.
That he was his replacement. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is like, but no, they know he's like, they've seen Mr. C though. So like, if they go to Las Vegas and like, say Dougie does just disappear, and Coop's not there. So to Mr. C's plan, it would be they would show up in Las Vegas, they would find, the little throw up. I guess that was the only thing that was left by Dougie, was him throwing up. So maybe they get his DNA off of that. I don't know if that was their plan, but like, so they show up and just Dougie's gone with no trace. But they know that a version of like Mr. C is still out. Like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't get the plan necessarily.
Yeah, no, it's tough to keep up with, especially whenever something does seem to go off the rails, like Coop making it out. Like, yeah. I genuinely have never thought that Coop making it out was a part of his plan. Because he set up the whole glass box, I think, as a means to trap him. I think he sent the, like, demon motherfucker there to the glass box to kill him. Like, I think that was part of the setup. He wasn't there, so it killed somebody else. So I think that there still being a Dougie Jones in appearance, I also don't know how informed Mr. C is on that version of Coop's goings on. Like, I don't know that he's all the way plugged in over there. Like, does he know? Like, I mean, he clearly knows something because he's having hits taken out on him. He wants him dead. I think he can gather that this is the original Coop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does want him. He wanted him dead, and whether he knows it's Coop or just Dougie, I think he did not want this version or this doppelganger to continue on. That was his original
he wants him
plan.
Dead. Yeah, he wants him dead.
Yeah, and so like I think at least if they find a version of Coop's body that's dead, then they stop looking for a Coop. You know, so maybe is that all there is to it? Is that they just would stop looking for Mr. C, or they wouldn't even think that there's another version because they found him dead? Or
maybe
but he's already in prison, and they were like face to face with him, and he looked, I don't know, not like Dougie.
Yeah, not like Dougie. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but maybe they just think he went to Vegas, got a nice haircut,
died,
found dead. Yeah.
I don't know. Tough to say. But anything could be on the table here. I don't want to discredit Mr. C. I don't know how big his plan is, but we'll head to the Great Northern, where Frank visits Benjamin Horne, telling him that Richard committed the hit and run and attempted murder of Miriam. Benjamin reflects on Richard's troubled past. He grew up without a father, and man, this fucking sucks. What a shithead. Oh, God, I hate that motherfucker. But he's like, oh, I got something for you. I figured Harry might like it. I was going to mail it, but, we got this for you. I got an old hotel key. I think it was to Agent Cooper's room, 315. Figured Harry might want it as a keepsake, as a memento. And Frank's like, fascinating.
Yeah.
We are currently reopening a case involving Cooper. It's like, I love the Truman slowly being like, wow, things are weird, huh? Like, I don't think I'm capable of understanding everything, am I?
He was kind of where Harry was, like season 1, and before he truly started to believe everything. And maybe he's like, dang, maybe everything Harry's been telling me is like actually true, like
maybe there's something to it. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, no, like I thought, maybe they're going to somehow link it to Vegas, or like, where did it come from? But it is just simply, it showed up in the mail.
And they're like, what the fuck?
That's an interesting coincidence.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, I mean, maybe, like, he just goes to talk. Like, I wonder, like, this kind of makes me feel like whether Harry is on screen or not, that he will go deliver it.
Right.
I feel like. And does he come back with like information from Harry? Does Harry like tell him something, or something, and like something that he hasn't believed in before, but now that Harry's saying it now after this key showing up, he's like, oh, like he takes more truth in something that like Harry has told him before, or something like that. But I mean, he's going on this Briggs kind of, quest line, and he's very much not thinking it's weird, or he's like, no, we got to check this out. But I guess it is a major in the army leaving clues behind. I don't know. I feel like you just have to follow that. But yeah, I guess it's not very mystical quite yet. They haven't gotten into anything waiting room like, or lodge like quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, not particularly. Briggs, like, he did have that interaction with Briggs's ex-wife, or widowed wife, saying,
yeah,
he said that this would happen. Like, so there is weird stuff, but yeah, it's not like he's seen a doppelganger. He hasn't, witnessed a portal or anything like that. Like Harry watched Coop disappear into the woods, like through thin air. Like nothing, just gone. So like there is there's more to experience for Frank, to be sure. But yeah, I got to think that he's starting to kind of go, things are odd. I don't know what's going on. But after he leaves, Ben tells Beverly about Richard and his father, who bought him a bike when he was a child. It was a Schwinn. Oh, I loved that bike.
Yeah.
He then tells Beverly to arrange to pay for Miriam. God, I can't even remember her last name. Miriam.
Sullivan.
They'll know who I'm talking about. Yep, Sullivan. But that's what he says.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's
okay.
like-
I was like,
Yeah.
I actually know it now because I thought that it was Tina. You thought this was Billy, and I'm reversing.
Billy
so
and
now
Tina.
I'm never gonna forget.
Miriam. Yeah, he's like Miriam. Fuck, I can't even remember. Go ahead and just have it all set up to where she's taken care of and everything's fine. So yeah, covering her medical expenses, which is good. It's the bare minimum, but we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll head to Buckhorn. Really nice hotel here in Buckhorn, by the way.
Yeah, this is true. And
Fuck,
very.
they're working with in Buckhorn, South Dakota. They got a hotel like this.
I mean, the red curtains with the bookshelves. Like, what room was even that they were
Yeah.
in? Like that was a nice ass room. They got nice ass wine and like alcohol tray. I don't know, like the trays and the ice.
The bar
container.
downstairs is nice as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Buckhorn, South Dakota, really moving like that. I don't know, but
The FBI don't spare any expense. They're going top tier.
they're making it work. But yeah, this scene is hysterical. Gordon's telling a French woman one of his war stories until Albert shows up, dismissing the woman, who, I mean, really milks it. Really takes her time getting out of there. Puts her shoes on, real slow, one at a time. Shows them off as she does so. Gordon's eating it up, and Albert's like, "All right, fucking A." After she leaves, Gordon makes a joke about how her mother's a turnip farmer and she's gone missing, and her sister's gone missing or something, and he said, "Don't worry, I'm sure she'll turn up." Albert doesn't crack a smile.
Farmer.
Yeah.
I mean, I was laughing though.
I thought it was funny.
this
Doesn't
whole
get
scene
Albert.
was just so
He goes,
funny.
"She didn't think it was funny either. French, it doesn't translate."
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why.
well.
That's
Yeah.
definitely why it wasn't funny, Gordon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like,
Um,
but man, no, this was like the whole milking it. Like it was already funny, like because of that, and then like the whole turn up. I don't know. This is like
The
peak
fact that
comedy
Albert-
here.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And the fact that Albert is just so used to this shit by now, he's just like,
Yep, unfazed.
Okay.
He's like, all right. He's got to deal. He's still like annoyed a little bit. He's like,
"Oh,
no,
absolutely,
all right.
absolutely."
Yes, all
But
right,
he's
this
just like,
again.
"All right, well, this is something that's going to
Whatever.
happen." He's not like, "Hurry the fuck up, get out." No, he lets her take her time. He lets her go, and that's that. But I love that he reports on Diane's received and sent text messages, and then they stand there for a moment, and Gordon Cole looks at Albert and goes, "Albert, sometimes I really worry about you."
Yeah, that felt. Yeah, I don't know. It felt interesting because like Albert was like, "Just what time is it?" And it's like it's 11:05, and then like he just froze. He just like didn't say. I don't know. Didn't have.
Well,
anything.
and that's when it comes to Albert. He has the same demeanor this entire scene. From the moment he walks in and watches her out. Gordon cracks a joke. He doesn't flinch. There's not a single smile to be seen. And I think this is more Gordon Cole just as an emotional being going, "Damn, Albert, you got to loosen the fuck up, man. Like, sometimes I really worry about you. Like you're too tight. You're too serious. Let's have a little fun, Sometimes I really worry about you, Albert."
Yeah, and I mean now I'm extra worried for him due to the Blue Rose Task Force.
Yep.
He is
Chad
the only one who hasn't.
Chad
gone
is Albert
missing.
cooked. Yeah, it's
it
not
doesn't-
looking
yeah.
good for the boy.
It's, they're batting 750 right now for disappearances. I guess
Yeah.
Philip Jeffries kind of a gray area. I don't know. But Chet definitely disappeared. Coop 100% disappeared. Like for sure.
Yeah, and Jeffries is he disappeared in a different way.
Yeah.
But definitely scary as fuck. Probably the scariest disappearance, as he just kind of shows up.
Who do you think that is there? And then good, never heard
We're
from
not
him.
going to talk about Judy.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Judy at all.
Judy. You don't want to know about Judy. Oh, that's the... Wait, what is the Hawk... What does Hawk say? You don't want to know. That's the beetle. That's the symbol. Fucking Judy. Judy's the fucking weird black beetle thing on the car. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, dog.
What's it even...
I'm not going to play with you. That's as good a theory as there is about what the beetle is.
Wow.
I'm not fucking with you at all. No. It's relatively, that's as good a theory as exists about what the beetle is that it's Judy.
Damn. Judy.
And you just stumbled into it like it was funny.
You don't want to talk about Judy, and then Hawk, you don't want to know.
And the reason I say this, and I mean, like, I'm not really spoiling anything because, like, it's, again, almost impossible to spoil this show.
I can't even imagine what it even means still.
Exactly. But the thing that I am going to spoil for you is that we haven't heard of Judy for the last time.
Yeah.
Which has only been mentioned once in Fire Walk with Me. So, again, nothing without purpose. There's like very little that is truly random in this show. And him going, we're not going to talk about Judy. That was a thread that was almost impossible to leave open when you have a character as strange as Jeffries with so much circumstance surrounding him that's bizarre. Like, I got to know who Judy is.
You make it David Bowie, an icon, I feel like this is someone you
listen to
want
what he has to say.
Yeah.
Judy has not made, at least namesake wise, their last appearance.
I thought the Black Beetle was like a planet or something. I think it was my current theory. And it's like,
again, that's why I'm like impossible to spoil because I don't know. I don't know if it's Judy. Is Judy a being? Is Judy is Judy a planet? I don't know.
Judy, the other with the giant in the Black Lodge, just chill, the other being, and she didn't really say much. She just kind of followed the giant around, and
Could be Judy.
The giant went on his
Judy.
own. She gave Laura a nice little smooch.
Gave Laura a little
before
kiss.
sending her on her way.
Yeah.
But that doesn't seem like that you wouldn't want to know about her.
Judy. There's it'll be interesting. But
Judy. Okay.
Definitely haven't heard of Judy for the last time. But funny to just kind of stumble into that. But we'll head to the assassination of Warden Murphy, where Hutch and Chantal stake out his house, wait for him to get home, and then shoot him twice, leaving him to be discovered by his child son.
Dang. Yeah. That's rough. Just hearing a child scream.
Let's go get some Wendy's.
Yeah. And just how nonchalant that was. And like, I could shoot him in the legs, and then you could take him and torture him.
Yeah. She's like, no, we just got to get it done.
Let's just do it. Whatever. Let's just get it over with. It doesn't matter.
She's
She's
like,
just eating
right.
Cheetos the whole time. She's like,
yeah.
Damn. I mean, that's brutal.
Yeah, and then the kid walking outside and being like, Daddy?
Yeah.
And then being like, all right, let's go get some fast food. It's a lot of strange dissonance. I love the tone set there. Great scene. Great scene. Brief scene, but great scene. We will push forth to another broadcast from Dr. Amp. Gets right to the sales pitch this time. Not a lot. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. We're in the shit. We got to dig ourselves out of the shit. Watch my ad. And then he plays it. Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Nadine just watching from her store more. Loving it. Eating it up.
Oh, yeah.
And then we will get the first appearance in the return from Audrey Horne.
Boom. Yes. The return, yeah, and I love how the camera just like sits on her for a little bit. You know, it's just like here she is.
Bam,
it's like boom,
Audrey, and you're like, oh, let's go. But she's arguing with a man named Charlie, who we learn is her husband.
Yeah,
saying that they need to go to the roadhouse to look for her lover Billy. He has been missing for 2 days, and Audrey recently had dreamed of him bleeding from the mouth and nose. And dreams sometimes can hearken a truth. She says, I love her dialogue, and I love the way she performs it, because again, I genuinely believe she had no idea what her lines were, and David Lynch might have been shouting them at her on set and then having her regurgitate them. Like that is the way her performance feels.
Yeah. Yes, it is a. I don't know. I just don't know how to read this at all. And I guess, it might be getting more confusing even later on from the question earlier.
It's not that it gets more confusing. It's that it doesn't get any more clear. You know what I'm saying?
It gets bluer.
It's not like they add fuel to the fire where you're like, what the fuck is going on? No, it's just a prolonged feeling. All of her scenes feel like this, where you feel like you're missing context. You don't know who or what we're talking about.
Yeah. Because like Charlie doesn't seem to be really that phased about the affair that she's currently having. They
also mention a contract.
Yes,
like they have some sort of deal. It's not. It doesn't seem like the marriage is based in mutual respect or love.
Yeah, and she's also given him papers to sign, which I feel like she just wants
probably
a divorce.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my best guess right now is that Mr. C made Richard in a very evil way, and then set her up to be married to this very, very boring guy that's never going to do anything, that's always going to stay here, always do his work, not do, kind of like similar to Dougie, in where like he's in Vegas, he's just going to do his work. He's just going to be stuck there. There's no way he can get out. I feel like this is a setup for Audrey to have like a net around Audrey. And now her saying like, yeah, I'm going to break this contract. I'm out of here. That's not just like a her and Charlie thing. I think that's like a her and Mr. C thing. Like if this contract is broken
on a contract.
So official. He's so.
Yes, I would do that. That's what I am doing. Yeah, it's I love the way that it's performed here, because again, it just has that strange feeling of something not being right. Like there's something we are not seeing that we're not privy to. But Charlie complains that he has too much paperwork, recommends that they start the search tomorrow, and Audrey calls him spineless. She says he has no balls. You have no balls, you pussy bitch. Then's like, we should call Tina. She's the last person to see Billy. And then after much arguing over their potential divorce, Charlie calls Tina and begrudgingly agrees to go to the roadhouse after. He receives some grave news, but blankly refuses to tell Audrey anything about the conversation. You're not going to tell me what she said?
That's like insane. That's criminal to like have that conversation, to say the things he said out loud, and then they actually not. Yeah, that's like.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, bye-bye. Just like stare her down fucking kills me.
Nothing. I mean, maybe this is like his power grab, or he can't do much. This is all he has, so he's just not giving her anything. But then it's like they're going to the roadhouse anyways. I think I don't know. It's like it's weird. Yeah, why?
I don't know, man.
But yeah, I don't trust Charlie. He's not just a normal worker guy. I don't know. He's also
why you got that much paperwork to do, bruh? What the fuck are you up to? What are you on? Any job that involves this much paperwork, I don't trust it. That much do you see the fucking stacks of paper on his desk? There's nothing but paper on his desk. It's all paper? That's your job? You sign stuff? I don't trust you. I don't trust
nothing
you.
Against the actor, but is he a little person, or a little Not normal height.
He did has passed away, sadly. Passed away in 2020. I cannot remember what the circumstances were. But I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name. I'm sorry, because he was in a lot of stuff. He was a really, really pretty prolific working actor. He did a ton of stuff. I remember because when he popped up, I was like, oh shit, this guy's in here. That's cool. Yeah, Clark Middleton is the gentleman's name, or was the gentleman's name. He had afflicted with crippling juvenile rheumatoid arthritis from the age of 4, which were frequent recurring bouts of the ailment affecting his hands, arms, and hips.
Okay. So, I didn't want to like assert something that wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, 100%. I completely understand. But yeah, so this affected his growth and Almost inhibited his movement, so he almost never moves his neck. His head is always kept down, and he can't turn his head without turning his shoulders too.
Damn. Man.
But yeah, sadly passed away in October of 2020. So another person to die after the return, or there's a surprising amount of people from this show who are no longer with us. And he actually died of West Nile virus. Holy shit.
West Nile virus. Oh, man.
Yeah, mosquito-borne disease. That's wild.
My God. Okay. Well, dang. Very unfortunate for the eye. Man, yeah, I was just seeing for some in-universe connections. I didn't expect it to be worse. It's seemingly worse for him on the outside.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's sorry to go ahead and drop all that on y'all very suddenly here. Clark Middleton. Jesus, sorry. Yeah. Like, rest in peace. That's devastating.
The theory I have, the only other little person, that we have seen in the show is a little dancing little guy. He's a little guy. creepy little guy. But I once thought that it was Leland. I once thought, and now we know it's
one and the same.
Yes. Like the evolution, or or part of.
Yeah, now he's that fucking branch guy with the weird fleshy mass at the top.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know how to connect those dots necessarily, but maybe Charlie's connected. A manufacturer.
This is Audrey's story is one that it is really hard to talk about. And again, contextless is. I mean, I'm not going to say that it gains much more context, but there's a choice later that would make this a lot easier to talk about if you knew it.
I'll know what I know, I guess.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And then you won't know. You'll be like, "What the fuck?" And then you would have to rewatch these scenes and go, "Okay, now with that, let's see what I think of these." Yeah, it's not a twist strictly. It's just kind of like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, it's I don't even know how to explain it. So clearly. So first Audrey scene back. We love to see her. Yeah. I love Sherilyn Fenn, and it was nice to have her back on screen in Peaks for the first time since she got blown up at the bank. But
damn.
Yeah, rough go
years.
of it. Rough go of it.
Yeah.
But we'll head to the bar at the hotel where Diane searches for the coordinates she saw in Albert's photo. Coordinates.
Yes.
+2.
Yeah, that's like her way of remembering it.
Yeah,
I
her
feel
mnemonic device. She assigned the numbers, letters in the word coordinates. Yeah, that's a good idea. But
and now we have an actual location of where Twin Peaks is on the map. We have it.
Yes.
It's
10 miles west of Idaho.
And very close to the border. We're right in that corner.
We're right up there. Right up there.
And I don't know, I feel like I just wonder what is actually there in real life. And
right.
it looks like just forest. Yeah, there's not.
Well, we can type in the coordinates. We could find out. They are right there.
Oh, let's see. Yeah. Is it on the breakdown or no? Because I guess
no, it is not in the breakdown. I think it would just be. It's probably just in the episode.
Yes. Okay. Because I don't have my Paramount signed in on my computer. And then is there a potential spoiler if I Google these coordinates?
No? Yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
hold off.
I'll stop.
Yeah, I mean, because those coordinates are clearly important. We do want to know what's at the coordinates, and if you type them in, maybe it'll show you what's at the coordinates.
Okay. So I will end there.
We'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on that. But yeah, so finds that they lead directly to Twin Peaks.
Yes.
And then we'll head to the Roadhouse. Cool note: I work at a restaurant that's like a few doors down from a bar. Our restaurant's called The Pizza Place, and the bar is called The Bar.
God, it's so sick. No relation, which makes it even
no
cooler.
relation, which makes makes it even better. But Emily pointed out, and I can't believe I've never made this connection, that the Roadhouse doesn't have the sign. Doesn't I know that the sign doesn't say Roadhouse, but it says The Bar. And it has the gun that says Bang Bang. But I was like, oh my fucking God, you're fucking kidding me. I was like, she was like, oh, the bar. And I was like, oh my God. I'm never going to walk into the bar and feel the same again.
There's going to be a back room and there's going to be a club behind, you know, a door.
Yep.
That leads to a whole different kind of vibe.
Yeah. But, so we sit down here with Abby and Natalie, and I don't know if you recognize one of these actresses here, played by, let's see, what's her name? I should have it here. Give me a moment. Almost there. Gonna find it. It's around here somewhere. Ana de la Guerra. That's Natalie. She was in Nacho Libre. She's the she's the romantic lead in Nacho Libre.
Wow.
The one that Jack Black is like yearning for and yearns for him. Yeah, that's her.
My God, that is incredible. The connection, that the fact that we have a Peaks Nacho
Peaks to
Libre.
Nacho Libre. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the alien connection seemingly like actually worked. It's working for me. Like the more I think about it, like the more this parasite and xenomorph thing taking over. This one's just a pure. I don't know how Nacho Libre falls into the mix at all. Story, I don't know what metaphors to tie there.
Oh, incredibly importantly. Yes.
Actually, he's just a pure White Lodge being.
Actually,
Nacho
yes.
Libre.
Jack Black does make an appearance in the finale of The Return to fight Bob himself.
Nacho Libre versus Bob in the ring. Watch it happen, and
but yeah, most recently she was also in Army of the Dead, the Zack Snyder zombie movie that went straight to Netflix. Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell. I don't know if you ever watched that. Actually, a pretty good movie. I enjoyed that one.
So all the promotions. Netflix is locked out from me when I'm at school, so I have access to it now. Now that I'm back. So
a lot of stuff I'd prioritize over Army of the Dead. But worth noting. Fun little fact. Ana de la Guardia. Ana de la Guerra. I just said LaGuardia. That's so funny. That is an airport. Ana de la Guerra as Natalie. She talks to Abby about their friend Angela, concerned about her new infatuation with Clark. So again, having a conversation with a bunch of people about people who we've never seen, between people we have never seen, and that is when apparently Clark had previously been going out with Mary, by the way, which is incredibly important. It's not. I don't think we ever hear about these people again. Trick joins them. Played by Scott Coffey, which is just a great name, and I'm sure he was cast in part because of the name.
Of course, yes, gotta have him. Okay,
Scott Coffey here as Trick shows up, shaken by the experience of being driven off the road by a driver heading the wrong way.
Okay. Ooh.
Poor Trick. That's a rough experience.
Richard? Perhaps? I don't know.
There you go. There you go. You're onto something here.
He's not the safest on the roads, He's quite the crazy driver. But yeah, it felt like a like if I'm gonna grab any meaning off of this is like the one friend who who they're talking about. The one friend that's not there that they're talking about is like about to go into a relationship that she is all head over heels for, but then doesn't actually know what's going on behind the scenes, that he's actually cheating on her or just seeing someone else. So it's like, and she's off her meds, I guess. So it's like it seems like a Black Lodge seeping through, and we're seeing the effects of things maybe that even what is thought of as a good relationship that's starting is actually going to end very poorly, or like seemingly it could be very bad, the things that are about to occur. And then also the trick that shows up that like dude almost died on the way. Everything's just chaotic. It seems like and
nothing going right for our boy Scott Coffey here. And Scott Coffey has been a collaborator with David Lynch. He did make an appearance in Mulholland Drive, which is actually another one of the questions I got on the Ask Me Anything, which was pretty simply, let's see. Sorry, gotta find it. Where'd you go? There it is. Asked me what my, this was Connor. What do you think of Mulholland Drive, and what is your interpretation of it? Because I asked for anything, period. Twin Peaks, David Lynch, whatever. And without spoiling it, Mulholland Drive, I think, is a pretty big piece of the puzzle when it comes to kind of a trilogy of movies, which is Lost Highway, Mulholland Drive, Inland Empire. And they're not really a trilogy of movies. They just feel like they belong together. And they all are kind of about, in my opinion, the Hollywood machine, how it'll pick you apart, won't put you back together, eat you up, spit you out, all that good stuff. How you can turn yourself into somebody you aren't in the pursuit of something and forget why you were doing it in the first place, because you loved what you were doing, because you wanted to do it. And Mulholland Drive, I love Mulholland Drive. It's an interesting spot for me as a David Lynch fan, where this is kind of generally regarded as his best movie. But I don't connect with it in the same way I do a few of his other movies. I've done a few David Lynch ranking things, and I can't bring myself to put it even top 5 in David Lynch's filmography, just on a personal level. I don't know why. I don't know what the because there's not a disconnect. Again, I do enjoy the movie a lot. I connect a lot more with Eraserhead and Blue Velvet and Fire Walk with Me and Inland Empire and Lost Highway, and Wild at Heart. There's a few movies, so I enjoy Mulholland Drive a lot. Scott Coffey did make an appearance in Mulholland Drive and also did direct a movie with Naomi Watts, who is the lead of Mulholland Drive, called Ellie Parker. So there's a little bit more of a nice little Peaks Mulholland Drive connection there. Big fan of Mulholland Drive. You definitely need to get around to it. Might be a trilogy. That trilogy might be one worth hitting at some point. The Lost Highway, Mulholland, Inland Empire sort of thing. Because
the Lynchverse, almost even cooler. That he almost he has his own universe of movies while not explicitly, being like the MCU.
Lost Highway. I know I've told you about this. Lost Highway feels like it might be in the same.
Wow.
There's a character in it that I'm like, that guy is from the Black Lodge. It feels like that anyway. It's like there's something off about this guy. There's red curtains in it and stuff like that. Like there's all this sort of stuff where you're like, I don't know. There's doppelgangers. There's duality. I don't know.
Okay.
That's something he loves to play with, though. There's a lot of the duality of people. Mulholland Drive has it. Inland Empire has it. Lost Highway has it again. So all of his work does feel kind of thematically connected. So to answer your question, when it comes to my interpretation of Mulholland Drive, I don't strictly have the strongest, when it comes to Lynch movies, I allow myself to feel them more than I think about them,
Yeah.
Now, if I have to do a podcast about them, I will watch them a different way. You know what I'm saying? I will watch them more analytically so I can discuss them in this manner. But yeah, it ultimately that read of just trying your hardest to break through and then tearing yourself apart to try and make it happen and becoming something you don't even recognize anymore is kind of how I see Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get to all, there's so many movies to watch, so many things to watch, and I just got to make a list.
Yeah, I'm like, how many Lynch do you have under your belt now? Is it Eraserhead, Blue Velvet, Dune?
Eraserhead. Oh yeah.
Did you watch Dune?
Did I watch Dune? I don't. Why does it feel like I didn't? I feel like maybe I fell asleep. I could have
swore you watched Dune.
I think I logged it. No, I feel like, yeah. I just can't. Maybe it was. I don't know. Not.
I mean, it's not exactly a great movie, so it's something that you could. But I wouldn't call it forgettable. There's there's definitely a line there.
I remember the visuals of it and like
right.
The shield, I don't know, the polygon or like that sort of stuff.
Right. But yeah, is it just the four? Is it just those four?
Firewalk with Me,
Blue Velvet, Eraserhead, and Dune. Yeah, so. You got 6 to go. Yeah. So
and
the good ones here, Elephant Man. Yeah, Elephant Man, Wild at Heart.
I did watch it indeed on
Lost Highway,
August 31st.
Drive,
so yeah, I guess it would have been
Empire,
the very beginning of the semester when I watched it, but.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. But no, I need to get all of his. There's a lot of Netflix movies I need to get to. There's a lot of 2025 movies. I need to watch all the Avatar movies to get ready for Fire and Ash. There's a lot
we
on
got homework.
Mm-hmm.
That will conclude this episode of Twin Peaks. We've just been kind of going off on the tangent here. The last question I had were, what are my top 3 Twin Peaks moments? Now, there are some that come after this point, so I will go ahead and keep it spoiler-free, and I will only refer to things that have already happened. And, just going off the top of my head, I didn't give this a ton of thought. I'm not even sure that stuff that comes after this would breach the top 3. There's only one thing I can think of that could, just straight off the dome. But the first appearance of the Red Room. Big one. Episode 3. I love whenever he goes into that dream and Laura appears. That's the shit. I'm a sucker for it. I love it. That's got to be there. The climax of season 2, episode 7, Lonely Souls. Absolutely harrowing. Holy shit. Unbelievably well done. This was asked by one of my TikTok mutuals, also a very, very big Twin Peaks fan. Love going back and forth with her every once in a while about it. Mandy. A lot of great Twin Peaks takes. But so season 2, episode 7, whenever it's revealed that Leland is doing it. And he kills Madeline, and, the giant appears and goes, "It is happening again," and all that good stuff. That moment, man, massive. Let's see. I think they would all be from the first 2 seasons, even though I do think that The Return is my favorite season. There's
more moments in the earlier ones. It feels
because it's just a different kind of show. Like it's more built around moments, where this is just one prolonged moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot going on.
This season, I think I give the moment of the season so far to Bobby and his like revelation of Briggs's doing, and like the
that's big.
His mom talked, like
him walking into the room brings back some memories. Him walking into the room and seeing the picture of Laura and breaking down. It's a pretty good one for me. I like that a lot. But I'm gonna go with the movie moment though. Fire Walk with Me. I'm gonna go with, there's this scene of Laura and the log lady. I love that moment. I don't know what it is about it, but this moment whenever she finally feels like there's somebody who has an ounce of empathy for her, and she looks at her and starts crying, and then she looks in the reflection, she sees herself, and she again doesn't recognize herself. She doesn't, it's great moment. And then she smokes a cigarette and cries outside and all that. Yeah. Ooh, lit in nothing but blue with the red background and all that stuff. Just so good. So there's a ton of great Peaks moments, and just off the top of my head, those are 3 of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
And ironically, another one of my favorite moments from the show actually is one of the most a lot of my favorite moments from the show are the most harrowing moments. Because they just stick with you, when the kid gets hit by the fucking car.
Oh,
that's one of my that is genuinely one of the best moments of the show. Whenever Carl witnesses it and watches the soul rise and all that stuff, like that's good stuff. Like and I mean Josie,
all of episode 8
turning into the like all of episode 8. Yes, there's so much here. The entire finale of season 2. Where's Annie? Where's Annie? That's there's just that we've too many moments to be able to give you a proper top 3, if I'm honest. So I apologize, Mandy. But there's a lot there, and I love a lot of it. But I think with that we can conclude this episode of Fire Pod with me. We also have a movie podcast called The Cinementalists. That's CINEMENTALISTS. Yes. The Cinementalists. We are currently doing some Christmas movies. Yes, we love Christmas, don't we? We love the holidays, don't we, folks? This Thursday is Christmas, and we will be covering A Christmas Story. Very, very excited for that. And then on New Year's, we've decided we're going to do Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein to celebrate a movie from 2025. Very excited for that. And then on that episode, I'll actually announce what we're going to be doing for the month of January. So I'm very excited for that. That's on the movie podcast, The Cinementalists. We also have a nerd shit podcast called Geek With Me. We're here soon. Don't have a date nailed down yet. We are going to be doing a live commentary of The Force Awakens to celebrate the 10-year anniversary, it being 10 years old now, which is insane. But I'm very excited for that. So we'll be doing a whole live comm of The Force Awakens. If you're a Star Wars fan, you should tune in. We look forward to that greatly. But let's see. I think that's about the size of it. You can leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening. Follow me on TikTok. Look up Colton Robertson. I am there. That is where I engage most people on this Twin Peaks stuff. Another person in that comment section when I asked for the AMA and all that was Jen Lynch commenting with a few fire emojis, which was always fun.
Feels so good. It's just like
it's cool.
The Lynch blood. It's there.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Friend of the pod, Jen Lynch. No, I would struggle to declare that, but it's always nice. It's always a nice little moment whenever she comments on something about Twin Peaks or about David Lynch, and it's really sweet that she engages fans in that way. Follow me on TikTok. Look up Colton Robertson. That is where I engage Twin Peaks Fire Pod with Me listeners and other Twin Peaks fans. So I would appreciate it greatly. Let's see. We will be back next week with the return part 13. We're so close to the end. So close to the end. It's wild to think about. And I cannot wait. I'm very excited, but I think with that, we can conclude this episode. I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It is always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, fix your hearts or die.